Are we on? Is any of this?
I wasn't.
Are we on was the first bit.
Oh, cool. Well,
Are we
I
on,
think it was
guys?
technically-
Are we here?
Are you guys
Are we
going to
on?
buy some of the Mischief Big Red Boots?
oh, see, I was just shitting on those like an hour ago.
No!
Yeah, they're trash. They're Astro Boy.
What about the black ones?
Astro Boy didn't wear black kicks.
Yeah, but
They don't have to be-
be Astro Boy.
66.
I've seen men.
No, he
wear
lived in the
also
future.
Superman. These are moon boots.
Could have been where Route 66 is.
He was a replica of a man's son who died like
Toby was his
joyriding
name.
a taxi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But what if you're in a little go-kart?
it's ridiculous.
You can get black ones. They look a bit cooler. But it's not showing me anything.
They're nasty ass boots.
I said to Trey that he can get me them, and I'll only exclusively wear them to your
bed.
house
Oh.
With your marijuana leaves?
with my marijuana leaves that are in place of the shuttles of Black Ariel. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pants, because that's
Oh, no.
appropriate.
Yeah, fucking cover up.
Yeah. Oh, they look like what?
There's other balloons.
Those are
mate.
balloons. Whoops.
Oh,
I'd like to
I think
see
they're
them.
cool.
You reckon?
I hope that they look like balloons when you're not putting them on your feet.
No, they look hard.
Yeah.
They're solid as a
That's
rock.
what she said.
Maybe they're like steel cap boots. I could
Yeah,
wear
what
them
if
to
you could
work.
wear them to work?
Fuck yeah.
What if they're just made out of big metal?
Big metal, yeah.
Stone. Granite.
Ladies and future boys, welcome to the School for Wayward Nerds, the third-rate podcast with a fourth-rate deck that shoes are made out
See
of
here,
stone.
you guys, some black ones.
Oh, look at that. It's black and white
See?
Astro Boy.
Oh.
My name is Tony Paul, and this week I am sick, but also we are spending some time in the midst of a cultural touchstone that hit our generation like a brick and then disappeared into the night. Oh, that's a monkey. So,
His name's Boots.
His name's Boots and he's got the boots.
He's
Oh.
got the boots.
He's got the boots.
I didn't join in. I just want to point that out because I get in trouble for that song now.
I don't know the reference.
It's Cone.
I can't imagine
Oh, that
a more
kid.
beautiful thing.
I thought you guys were just doing She's Got the Look by Roxette, but fucking it up.
Hey, what about if they made low tops?
She's got the boots.
You know, some of that action.
Yeah, no, that's good.
I don't know how much these bad boys are.
Look, when people ask me what my first anime was, my response is usually High School of the Dead. Obviously, I saw Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! And things of that nature, but I always discount them as, you know, like the 4Kids shows. You know, that sort of shit. And, you know, I would never count them. Why is that? Well, today we're going to dig into our collective subconscious, crank up that One Piece rap song. Remember him? He bobs his head to a sound
Is it
no
just
one
the
heard.
theme song?
Yeah, the pirate rap.
Is that what it's called? I thought it was just called One Piece. Yo,
So does all of the 4Kids stuff have a rap?
Well, see, the thing is, they didn't want to pay the rights to the original music, so they just had some other dude just show up and just fucking bang it out. She'll be right. You would have to Google who wrote them, because I didn't think
Why
to do
do
that.
I find
Pokey
it funny
rap,
that you've got the
One
poker
Piece
rap,
rap.
you've got the One Piece rap, you've got the...
It's all horseshit. You have to. It's not ours. It's not original.
These boots are $350.
So let's explore the meteoric rise and strange oblivion of 4Kids entertainment. Joining me is my panel of cohorts, Mr. Boots,
You monkey.
his wife.
It's me.
Mrs. Boots.
This is me.
She knocks boots.
It's me, and I've already got a question, but I'll wait till then.
No, it's fine. Do it.
Oh, does Samurai Jack fall in this category?
No.
Why not?
No.
It was made by white people
Yeah,
It's
but like...
America.
the whole time.
Oh.
Meg, I explained, when I told Meg what the topic was, I explained how, as a rich person who grew up with
here's the problem.
Foxtel, she will not even know what we're talking about.
Madam
trying
privileged
to-
herself
I'm trying to relate.
to the
I
poor.
can't.
I'm trying to relate to the peasant folk.
Yes, it is.
That's why every now and again her family would eat 2-minute noodles and
Just
just
for
go
the fun
like,
of it.
To humble
now
us.
we're so much like all them freaks in town. All those disgusting pigs.
Yes, when I have Javier, the chef, prepare me my 2-minute noodles, I really relate to the lesser folk in their homes instead of villas. You're
ramen instead of...
a fucking dog, man.
It's too many 2-minute noodles. It was ramen.
Also,
Yeah.
producer Kai is here, everybody.
I don't know where I fit in here anymore.
So don't worry.
You can fit in with me, listeners.
Do you know what I'm keen to fit in? pair of Mr. Big boots.
Son of a bit. You know this episode is not going to come out for like 3 weeks, and this reference is going to be dead as
Well,
fuck.
they don't come out until the 16th of February, so we got 1 week.
Alright, well, we're closer. Here's
Wait,
the thing,
fuck, how
listeners.
we meant
Times
to
is
buy
crazy.
them if we're busy watching Woody the Pooh, Blood and Honey over Ant-Man?
You could just start ordering them on your phone midway through the film and interrupting everyone's time.
I reckon Christopher Robin would be wearing those shoes. Just to help the launch of them.
That Christopher Robin
Promotions.
movie's fucking scary.
No, it's called
No.
Woody the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
No, I'm talking about the other one.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, because Pooh Bear's like super old and he's like sticky. And he's like, oh. You know?
Yeah.
Oof.
So, if you couldn't guess, we're all 90s Australian kids. So, don't unplug
Just
that.
Lottie.
That's the microphone. So, before
I tried to unplug it because she's older than everyone
she
else.
just loves to listen to silence.
90s kid.
I did have
That old.
Oh, yeah. At least you were kind of there.
Actually-
Old fucking Meg hassling the troglodytes with jobs and shit.
This reminds me of a story.
I want a
We have-
pony!
This is like
We have a
6
new
pages of
apprentice.
stuff I'm going to get through. But here we go.
And he told me that he was born
I'm
in
up to here.
2001.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to him how everyone born after 2000 will always be a baby.
Yeah.
And he goes to me, I know what you mean. I'm younger than Shrek.
That's
And I
fine.
thought that's a really weird way to explain it.
Is he pre or post 9/11? That's insane.
Oh, no, pre. By a couple months could be involved. You invited her. You could have recorded this.
You could be 3 pages in, but
You
you
could have
fucked up,
recorded
man.
this yesterday.
I'm like 3 sentences in, man.
He couldn't have done it yesterday. I was at work. He doesn't know how to press record.
Hey, he did it one time.
So
How's
be-
that guessed?
Before school every day, us Australians used to tune into Cheese TV.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Cheese TV?
What did it change its name to?
Toasted TV.
That was still in the morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Roller Coaster was in the afternoon.
That was ABC.
And that sucked.
So Cheese TV was our introduction to anime, whether we knew what that meant or not. Mostly thanks to Cheese TV playing shows dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment. That's where we come in. This is how our wave of Pokemon hysteria hit our shores. You know?
You know when people had to go to the bus based on what was the last thing they saw?
Yeah. Because we would like leave during Dragon Ball.
See, I left before Dragon Ball, which
Dragon
means I
Ball
got to watch
Z.
Sailor Moon and then Pokemon, and then I turned off the TV.
You know what's hard? Figuring out the continuity of Dragon Ball if you only watch like the first 5 minutes of every episode.
It was Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
You fool.
Oh, that's so different. Meg, why don't you tell us about some of your diamond-encrusted fucking times as a child? You piece of shit.
I'll leave you to it. You guys got this.
She watched WWE.
I watched WWE. I used to watch, like, Simpsons, then Futurama, then Family Guy, then
Like,
Simpsons
that's
again.
Fox.
Yeah, that. Then there was always South
Family Guy.
Park.
Meg, you did not watch South Park when
I
you were a
did.
kid.
Not when I was, like, a little kid.
That's what we're talking about. We're like
Oh.
6 in this scenario.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to high school.
Yeah.
Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, so
That sort of thing, and then... Yeah, anything Disney. It
yeah,
was like...
Emperor's New School.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
Mm,
A little bit of that. There was...
I like in
Always Hanging
Empress
My
New Grove
Pound.
2
That's
when
a
she's
Raven.
trying to knead the dough and he's just railing
They're fucking.
out. He's up in her guts.
So speaking of guts, alright? 4Kids in Chase TV was how we learnt that in order to play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you had to over-explain every little thing you did, and this is how we learnt that every cigarette is just a lollipop if you believe hard enough.
What is Yu-Gi-Oh got to do
Oh,
with guts?
but
Yeah.
You'll find out.
Oh, yeah.
history repeats itself.
It sure does.
Vapes. They taste like lollipops.
Oh, we should have seen it coming.
Yu-Gi-Oh predicted vapes.
It's One Piece, you fucking idiot.
I'm positive it was like all of them.
It's like a
Even
Simpsons
remember the
predicted
episode when they
everything.
hold a gun in Ash Ketchum's face?
I've got it written down. It was
James had big old...
fucking fat,
Big
big old
old-
bitties.
I was trying to think of... What did they say that chick had in the news? when they saw her?
Big fat taters. It was an after-school activity in the United States, but it was still where kids in our age bracket dipped their toe into some weeby shit. 4Kids would acquire, license, and dub these shows into English, which really wasn't much of a thing yet. There wasn't much of an anime in our market share period.
I thought you were trying to say that there wasn't a lot of English. And I was like,
No, we didn't
That's
get
weird.
a lot of anime at that point, because this is still the 90s. Everyone's like, oh, fucking sushi, huh? That's crazy.
No, they're called
sushi
gem
wasn't a
donuts.
thing back then.
So, around the same time, we had Dragon Ball coming out under Funimation and Saban Entertainment. Classic Rock the Dragon theme song and everything.
Don't get me fucking started.
I've been trying not to this whole time. We've been talking
So-
about boots.
I was watching Dragon Ball,
Yeah?
and I knew that you had your Japanese version, your translated version, and then like the Funimation version.
And don't forget the ocean version.
But I watched the like just translated version because that's the one that still has all the funny jokes, and you see Goku's child penis multiple times.
Lovely.
But it's the one that has all the inappropriate jokes, and the Funimation version cut out all the filler. Like it went for like a quarter of the time or something, like episode was.
Nice.
And I was so keen to get to Dragon Ball because of Rock the Dragon. That is not even the song of the translated version. So we were on the plane to Canada, and I was just like
Mad.
furious to the point I could not pay attention to the first 4 episodes because I was just like, that's not the fucking song.
Well, there you go. You need the Funimation and Saban version.
Yeah, but they
So
cut out
basically-
too many episodes. You don't get the story.
Basically, it's the same as us when we finally bought Married with Children.
Oh, yeah.
For like,
As a
15
cost-saving
years,
measure, they didn't
chose
pay
not
for the
to pay
theme
for
song.
the theme song.
Because it was a licensed track.
You got
Oh.
yin and yang. It's like how Jake Long American Dragon's original theme song is better
That's
than
a
when
good
they
one.
had the budget to afford the Jonas
That one,
Brothers.
yeah, that
to
one's
record.
super downgraded. Meanwhile, you got the Batman animated series, which got way better in season 3. That's right. Sailor Moon was being horribly dubbed by Dick Entertainment.
I bet.
I had mistakenly assumed both of those were in this podcast topic, but I guess 4Kids dub is just a code these days for shitty dubs in general. So we'll have to come back to those another time and compare them to their respective originals. Sounds like you're halfway there.
Like, I hardly doubt in this version of Sailor Moon is the bit where
That's the one where all
Sailor
the
Mars
cousins are
says,
hooking
I
up.
have the most talent while she pokes out her tits.
No, this is the one where they made the two lesbians, like, related, so when they kiss each other on the lips, it's kind of like,
Well, one of those is
That's
illegal
that's
and
some
one
fucking
is
Tom
not
Brady
legal,
shit.
so, yeah. Fuck him.
He gone.
See, someone
Again,
found the
who cares?
beach where he retired and bottled the sand and listed it for sale, and I think it got to like a lot of money on the bidding
that's
war.
Belle
I'll check
Delphine
for you.
bathwater shit right there.
I would rather drink Belle Delphine's bathwater than look at the sand where Tom Brady retired.
Did you see that he got offered a 1-day contract so that he could retire as
A patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that would actually
I
be
saw that.
kind of nice.
that would be
Because
nice.
at least
It's like a
patriots
lot.
have respect. If you live in Florida, even if you live in the heart of Tampa Bay and you go for the Buccaneers, you need to have a hard look at yourself.
Yeah.
Fucking fins up, baby.
For now, though,
And what's the other one called? Kaya? What's the other Florida team?
We don't go for the Florida team.
No,
We
but
only
what's
go
the
for
third
the
NFL
UFC
team from
Knights.
Florida? I'm having the biggest mental blank.
they're an
The
orange
Miami
one.
Dolphins?
No, there's 3.
Fins up for Dolphins.
What the fuck is wrong
The
with
fact that
you?
my notes say for now, though, we gotta focus is like fucking crazy. So let's go to 1970. Aristocats is...
Jacksonville Jaguars, no wonder I forgot.
Yeah, not memorable team, no sir.
They almost got into the Super Bowl.
So in the 1970s, Aristocats was the current Disney movie that was trending. Blue raspberry was invented so the slushy flavour would look different to the cherry ones, and Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin would collaborate to bring us the 27 Club.
Oh,
See, he gets it.
nothing good.
Another thing to happen that year was Leisure Concepts Incorporated, Mick.
What?
Yep. Leisure Concepts Incorporated. A company created by Mike Jamakian and Stan Weston to license existing properties and pitch the original children's shows that include toy lines. Which made sense because Stan was the creator of fucking G.I. Joe.
Hey, knowing's half the battle.
So they would go and they would pitch, say, a James Bond cartoon and, like, action figures. Or they did it with Zelda, and they did Farrah Fawcett from Charlie's Angels for some reason. They did the Hulk and Buck Rogers and shit like that. Anything that was live action on TV, they were like, let's do an animated series and, like, sell a bunch of toys. Alright. So it would be, that's kind of what they're doing. It's like if you today were like, they should do a cartoon for that Avatar movie or those Glass Onion movies. Then just
I was going to get mad at you for even bringing that shit up, but Glass Onion's actually alright.
There you go. Anyway, a guy named... what? What
all
about
these Knives Out movies
There's a lot of them all of a sudden.
because Glass Onion may have multiple, but the killer is always an original member of the Avengers, even though he changed actor.
Okay.
Well, the first one, it's Cap.
Okay.
And the second one, it's Hulk from the first Hulk movie before Mark replaces him.
Yeah, but it
Eric
throws
Norton?
you off.
Ed Norton.
Yeah, but it's still the Hulk from the MCU.
Yeah,
so,
because Nick Fury was there.
so
But it does fuck
But
you up
Batista's
because
in it
Batista's
as
there,
well.
so it could be.
there's actually like...
And there's a
and
yeah. You gotta watch it.
Iron Fist's girlfriend that ends up getting the powers at the end of the show. I forget her name. But in the third movie, when Scarlett Johansson or Robert Downey Jr.'s in it, guarantee they're the killer. Because it's...
Yeah.
And
Thor
then the
and
next
Avengers.
one will be...
Thor.
yeah, Chris Hemsworth will be there and he would have been the killer.
So we got this guy named Ted Wolfe. Okay?
Oh.
And he's talking to his buddy Stan Weston. He's like, what if a bunch of people were cats with swords and shit, you know? So they all took this idea to Rankin Bass, who LCI were already sort of close with, and bada bing, bada boom, they just invented Thundercats.
Oh,
I like
I love Robot Chicken.
So, yeah, weird system. Mike Jamakian would design all the Thundercats locations, characters, vehicles, and all that stuff, and then they'd send them to Rankin Bass, who would set up a story and then hand it to a Japanese company called Pacific Animation Company to animate it. I think that connection to Japanese animation is what kicked things off pretty soon. LCI would start licensing and dubbing anime under the subsidiary 4Kids Productions.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right. Not yet, though. I'm not up to that bit. So, while this dubbing idea is forming, weird cameo, check this out. A guy buys a controlling state in LCI. Fucking Bobby Kotick.
Of course. I should have known.
So,
Who the fuck is that?
he's the
Toby?
dude in charge of Activision who keeps being, like, the biggest piece of shit in gaming history.
Yeah, he sexually assaulted a bunch of women.
The
And
biggest
then
piece of
fucking-
shit.
No,
in
he
gaming-
promotes the guys that do it and then threatens to kill the women over email.
The biggest douchebag in gaming history is the fuckwit that makes like those stupid games where you wear a bandana and hide in a cardboard box. And then you make the game where you walk.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I was going to say
Hideo
his name's
Kojima.
like Shinjuku Nakamura, but that's a
Wow,
wrestler.
you are...
No, he's like a wrestler. Yeah, the guy you said, he's the biggest piece of shit in gaming.
I don't know if he's a piece of shit, he's definitely a dork.
I hate all his games.
He loves America so bad. Little fanboy. So, alright, so we got Bobby Kotick. So as I like to do whenever he pops up, we say, fuck you, Bobby, you piece of shit. Alright, we hit him with one of those.
Fuck you, Bobby. You're a piece of shit.
There you go. Yep, so he was supposed to... Oh, that's good. He was supposed to leave Activision, to save their, stocks and stuff, but he's still there just making all the Call of Duty money, fucking touching bitches.
I don't think I've ever realised how old we are until every single time you've said Activision, our PS1 brains keep making me think Activision 02.
Yeah. Nah,
That is 21 years ago.
Alright. So this clean-shaven fucking garden gnome-looking asshole shows up for half a year before just pissing off and doing Activision, and you will see him if you go back and listen to our Medal of Honor episodes. He gets replaced by a guy named Alfred Kahn in 91, and in 92...
Are
Yeah, are you just referencing a Star Trek right now?
I've never seen it.
I know, that's why I'm surprised. Alright, so they're doing 4Kids now. Obviously, this was a solid idea because in 1995 they dropped the whole LCI title and were just 4Kids completely now. Isn't that crazy? This brings our timeline to not only 4Kids, but to 1998. Do you remember that year, Meg?
98.
Yeah.
We were two.
Yeah, she would have got her first car around then, I think.
Oh, yeah, probably. It's a Bentley.
Fucking entitled
Get
scumbag.
fucked.
And it was her third car, but it was her first Maserati. This is what affording cable tip.
I was just thinking. What about Powerpuff Girls?
No, that was made by Canadians, I think.
Fuck, I'm getting kind of closer though.
No, it's made by Australians because it's in Townsville, isn't
Further
it?
away than either of those.
She's slowly...
She's trying to
slowly-
say that she's like America and Canada, close to Japan.
So the Japanese invented... So Japanese people made Pokemon, and these guys are like, what if we just talked over it and took all the money? Okay? That's it. That's the whole thing. They didn't make Simpsons.
Like the plots are different.
Yeah. So, alright, so we're in 98, that's cool. Meg's driving a Maserati around in her fucking Brewster seat. And then we got the pop culture explosion that was Pokemon. Remember Pokemon?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, likely the listener knows what a Pokemon is and have seen the anime at some point in their life. Pikachu is one of the most recognized characters in pop culture for a reason. However, something was a little off with these dubs. There was a disconnect, perhaps. These were shows for a different audience, so some light tweaking needed to be done by 4Kids. This is where it gets weird. Take, for example, traditional, check out this word, Ufuda.
Ufuda.
Yeah.
That's what...
You still fucking did the same thing.
I would call a large person that.
Okay. So the short answer is Ufudas are like a talisman made of wood or paper or cloth with like calligraphy on them. You can use them to like find love or protect your home or ward off evil spirits. You'd know them if you'd seen them. They appear in the Japanese episode of Pokemon titled The Ghost Pokemon and the Summer Festival.
Is that ghastly or what?
There's a ghastly in this episode, yeah.
Oh.
In this episode, a spirit of a woman takes the spirit of a man every year. And she steals them and turns them into stone. And it could have...
took my spirit when we were children.
What?
In a tool shed.
She probably paid to have it taken off of you.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
So
The
this...
scheme of it.
So this could have been a good opportunity for 4Kids to educate Western viewers on the spirituality of Japan. The episode airs in the West as The Ghost of Maiden's Peak, and it had no intention of educating fucking anybody. Nah, those Ofudas are actually quote-unquote anti-ghost stickers.
They were, though.
For you, maybe, watching your 4Kids version. One of the classics 4Kids dubs high strangeness examples was their desire to incorporate more westernized food in their programming. The most well-known is from episode 25 of the original Pokemon run, in which gym leader and notorious horny man Brock unwraps a few of those onigiris during lunch. Now, these are clear as day fucking rice balls.
They even have the seaweed stripe.
Yeah, you know the ones. And he says the quote, "These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favourite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut." It's the amount of times he forces the word donut into it that makes it that much more fucked up. So another example of 4Kids' anti-onigiri stance was in episode 118 during the Advanced Generation. In this episode, a giant rice ball rolls down a hill for Ash to catch, and in the dub, they photoshopped a sandwich over it. And it doesn't really roll, it just kind of like toddles along.
Yeah, that's what he's calling them, donuts.
Yeah.
When it was just on the plate before, it looked like something that would have come out of, the South Park.
Your private chef's fucking
no,
office?
fuck off.
But did they actually make it? I thought
Chinese
it stayed
restaurant?
Yeah,
rice balls.
it does. What you're looking at there is a fucking meme edit. There's a shit post. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that though.
Lots of people do
But
rice ball.
was it part of this 4Kids thing that they got rid of the Polygon episode, or was that a worldwide thing?
Yes, it's a worldwide thing.
Okay, that's a shame.
Yeah, these rice ball replacements weren't the first time traditional food got nixed from Pokemon, and Kaya watched this episode with me today, so she can, she knows where the keys are on this one. Let's take a look at episode 2. Remember how Pokemon centers would have, like, the little video call booths, and they go, ring, ring, ring.
That's 100% what they do.
They go, ring, 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 phone call.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I
Right.
haven't even heard that, yeah.
You have
No, because she actually had a video phone booth in 98.
What?
Wait, she had Skype before anybody, because she was like... Her rich family was on the ground floor of that company.
This
Jaden's
is the sound of my keys, listeners. Goodbye.
She had
That's actually the beeper so she can call her fucking valet to come pick her up.
She had Jaden use
I was
his
rich as a kid, not
original
now.
dual disc from episode
gone.
1.
It's all gone.
Like the exact one he used.
I was gonna say she hangs out with us. She ain't got much.
Because they personally knew the director of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
Alright, so Ash is talking to Professor Oak on one of those like Skype boxes, and you can see some of those classic 2-minute noodles boiling over a Bunsen burner in Oak's lab. Remember?
I do.
Yeah. So while they're talking about how Ash is a fucking loser or whatever, his noodles boil over and he has to cut the phone call short. Simple scene, right? Wrong. Fuck you.
Actually, he doesn't. The noodles aren't the problem.
Yeah.
His pizza is delivered.
Yep, in the dub version, they kept the conversation mostly the same, even keeping the water boiling over sound effect. I don't know if you caught that.
I did.
Yeah. So, but they added a doorbell sound as well. And so when he gets up, he's like, oh, I gotta go and pick up my anchovy spinach pineapple pizza.
But let me
said,
ask
"Oh,
this
I'm gonna
question.
Mm.
I know these shows were originally made in Japan.
Yes.
Is it kind of racist that the people who originally edited and wrote the show said, we're from Japan, he has to eat rice and rice bowls and noodles?
No, it's just common shit over there.
Yeah, but
We
I
have
feel
fucking
like it's
2 minute
kind of
noodles here.
stereotyping.
Yeah, but they
though.
didn't realize that it was going to become westernized. They wrote it for a Japanese audience.
Like, but
So
in,
as
you
if-
get a rice
but in
bowl.
this
you're making-
modern era,
Trey, if you're making an Australian show,
If you're making
are you
Bluey,
going to put meat pies in it, or are you going to put rice balls?
but I think just the modern generation's fucked my head, because if I made a TV show and we ate meat pies or like Bunnings snags,
Classic.
I would get cancelled for being stereotyping.
Yeah, but
Like, I feel like if they made
Sweetie,
this
we-
show now, people would
We
go,
weren't PC
that's
in the
racist, and they
90s.
would, yeah.
Look,
That's what I mean, I think.
over there,
My
onigiri's are
thought
common as
process is
shit. They're in like
fucked, yeah.
7-Elevens and stuff. It's just weird that they keep the bubbling water sound and not remove it. And also, why pizza? Like, we have fucking ramen and 2-minute noodles. And spaghettis.
I don't think we did back then.
I'm pretty sure there was a
We
noodle-based food anywhere in white people
I
culture
100%
in the
ate
late 90s.
spaghettis in the 90s.
Yeah, those could have been Chef Boyardee's, baby.
I don't know what that is.
That's just a can of spaghettis.
Can of spaghetti.
Can of spaghettis.
Can.
Alphabet soup.
Yeah, see? Trey knows all sorts of pastas. Name another one.
I don't know. I
You're
don't want to stay
Italian.
up all night and cut out the alphabet.
Actually, today me and Meg were buying
That
our...
fucking idiot.
they're-
Case Cook and shout out.
They're meant to be energy drinks, but they're no sugar, and you buy them from like the supplement store, so they're not energy drinks.
They're
They're
the ones
like
that have that
pre-workout
cardio commercial.
cans. And the new flavour is called like lemonade Italian.
What the fuck does that mean?
Don't know, I'm going to find out tomorrow.
It's fucking lemonade carbonara.
But it made me think though,
In a
Yeah, I
can?
think
Ew.
lemon
What?
colour.
what the fuck
Yeah,
is
that's
the
what it'll be,
universe's
but yeah.
problem with lemonade? Because when we were in like LA, you could buy the Monster flavour Aussie lemonade, but I've never seen it.
Because
Oh,
it's
that's 'cause,
Sprite,
like-
not lemonade.
Yeah, because we have like Solo and Pub Squash. That is for some reason just us.
Sprite Plus, I think, or some shit.
Because
I'm
over
jerking
there,
off, ladies
a
and gentlemen.
lemonade is a like southern lemonade.
Yeah, it's either like
lemon
Sprite,
juice.
Yeah.
like clear lemonade, or
Or
it
it's
is,
lemon
yeah,
juice.
It's like actual lemon juice with sugar in it.
So,
No, that's just how come every time something's a lemonade, we got to just
got to put a
label
technicality
the
on it.
country.
Why we got to label our lemons?
What's Italian lemonade?
I told you, man.
Limoncello.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
It's not
answer.
alcohol. It's
That's a flavour, not a.
That's a shoe, man.
Yes.
the blue ones are sold out.
Can we go back to 4?
Was Meg showing you some big red boot?
No, it's just some sweet kicks.
You want me to show you some pig red boot?
Nah, man, let's talk about how it wasn't all Japanese spirituality or cuisine on the chopping block. Another thing Japan had that American kids didn't was big old waifu tits. You know, that hentai action.
I loved when James had that.
That's right, episode 18, Beauty and the Beach.
That was the first day I questioned
God.
my sexual.
Oh, oh shit. You were like, wow, that guy from White Stripes in this cartoon's hot. So, in this episode, it was straight up banned for a while, but then it did come out, and by the time they had finished editing and cutting scenes, it was 18 minutes long. So it's almost half length.
Let me just say, I think the biggest issue with this episode is not the man having breasts.
So they're better
It's
than
the
the women.
fact that because she hangs out with Ash so much, I'm just going to say that she may be a gym leader,
Who missed it?
but Misty is a child
Is
in
she?
a bikini comp.
Yeah.
She'd
Beauty,
have to be.
beauty pageants in general are fucking nasty.
Like, the fact that the man... Like, she has the same body as Ash Ketchum in that show, so I'm just going to say that she was a child.
Alright, so this episode comes out, it's 18 minutes long, they aired it twice and then just fucking banned it again.
Let me put my phone in incognito mode to Google how old is Misty.
That's a good idea. When you guys might be able to guess which episode this is. Alright, this is the one where James had the enormous boobies. That's why it's gone. At least some form of it did air, so I don't know if we're going to count that as
apparently
banned
she's
episodes.
10 as well.
Ugh.
Yeah, she's confirmed to be 10
Ugh.
in the 3rd episode.
Someone needs to call the police on Rule 34.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, fair enough, get mad at, like, the context of that episode, but you should be getting mad at the
you got bigger
child in the
problems.
bikini pageant.
Episode 35 didn't get an English title because Clint Eastwood-looking guy just keeps pulling guns on children the whole time. You know, you've seen the
I
images.
just showed Meg a picture of it.
Yeah.
I always thought it was Lieutenant Surge just because he was a soldier.
No, it was the Pokemon Safari episode, which is a continuity problem because for us dub kids, Ash just suddenly had a Tauros without explanation.
But
That's the episode.
what if that was an option at the safari? You could feed him,
shoot them in the fucking
or
head.
just shoot him and mount him in your little clubhouse treehouse thing you make
On
in
your
the
secret
3rd
base,
generation. I
Alright.
should bring that back.
Hey, Meg knows all about this one. Holiday Hijinks is also in this collection of banned episodes. It aired once, but people had some questions about the design of Jinx. Remember
Nicki
this one?
Minaj.
Yeah.
It's a Pokemon.
It's
that's
the
in
yeah with the
blackface.
yeah. No, I know that one.
But it's no different to that guy in Dragon Ball that
Oh, I mentioned him somewhere. Look at that.
he has,
Mr.
like,
Poe.
Mr. Poe.
Yeah, I described Jinx as Mr. Poe in a wig.
Which, when I watched that episode with him a few months ago, I was just like, Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
All the black dudes in Dragon Ball are not fucking drawn very nice.
No.
They got all sorts of
Like-
slurry ways. They're nasty. It's no good. Not-
Racist, I would.
No, not the N word. The other one.
That was a
It's a
trick and
minstrel.
we didn't fall for it.
It's some minstrel show shit, man. It's no good. Blackface everywhere.
No, Meg, that's like a thing from the old days where non-dark-skinned people would pretend to be and
Yeah.
make it very offensive.
yes.
There's no way you knew that.
No, she does because she has a long history of like
Watching
slaves.
her.
Oh my god! I'm leaving. I'm going. Goodbye.
Her new name is Megan Cumberpatch.
Why is that guy rich?
Fucking Doctor Strange
Yeah,
might
is
be
he-
getting fined because his great-great-grandfather had slaves. They
Cool.
might be making his family pay referendum.
Oh, I thought
for
we were going
a
to change
meal.
our name to Meg Megabucks. That's what
That
the
is
first
a
name
cool
stands. It's shortened.
Megabox.
Yeah, Megabucks
This
DePolo.
isn't funny anymore.
So check it out, man. Stage Fright, Mandarin Island Mismatch, and episode 250. That didn't get a name. Also disappeared for the same reason. It had blackface Jinx in it. You know how it became purple eventually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so you would think Jinx is the only time blackface would come up in this conversation. But in Pokemon Sun and Moon episode
Which is
64...
not even long ago.
This isn't even 4Kids anymore. This is
I actually
recent.
didn't even know about this until 10 minutes ago when I googled it.
So, Ash tries to resemble a Parsimeon, the monkey Pokemon,
What?
by wearing some face paint of the monkey. You know,
Why did they do this? Why?
I don't know. So Dubs never aired Pokemon Advanced 101, Black and White 23, Black and White 24 because Japan didn't air them either. Real World Earthquakes making those episodes very poor taste at their time. A couple episodes in the dub were only postponed due to real world events though. Remember in the opening intro you see Tentacle smash over that building?
Yeah, and he's never that big.
Yep, that episode was Tentacle and Tentacruel, shit name. This episode went away for a while after 9/11, and again after Hurricane Katrina because they flooded a city as well. So, an issue being, if you were doing a full watch through of these times, like during these sort of national tragedies, it would be a problem because, like, you don't see Misty get a horsey either.
Yeah,
A lot of the band
wanna see
episodes have like
everything they
main
do.
characters catching main Pokemon. That's no good. Tower of Terror also got a timeout because towers and terror were very touchy as a subject in the late 2001. An episode that kind of fell to the wayside is New Year's Eve Pocket Monsters Encore. Not much is known about the episode, but we do know that this one was going to air on the last day of 1997. But it couldn't because of the hiatus.
Hyenas.
Mm-hmm.
The hyena anus.
And that brings us to the main event for banned Pokemon episodes. Episode 38.
What happened there?
Mm-hmm. The 38 incident, or Pokemon Shock, took place December 1997. In the episode known as Electric Soldier Porygon, we would have seen Ash and his buddies go into the Pokemon PC transfer system itself. Team Rocket found their way in and were just diverting Pokemon to themselves. At one point, Pikachu uses Thunderbolt in there, and the resulting explosion is 4 straight seconds of blue and red flashing lights. Over 700 people ranging from 3 to 58 years old saw this and suffered greatly. Some getting just eye irritation, but some experiencing full-on epileptic seizures.
Oh.
It put the show into hot water, obviously.
Well, most people would actually know this from when The Simpsons go to Japan and they watch like a
they straight just did a
Transformers
joke about it.
knockoff. Yeah.
It affected TV landscape in Japan. Shows would now have to warn people not to sit too close to the TV and watch it in brightly lit rooms. We remember Fairy Tail doing that for a while. And like every video game console in recent memory also has that shit as a warning at the start when you turn them on now.
Yeah.
If 4Kids Dub did this episode, it's only in speculation and essentially it's lost media. Because some of the voice cast do think they did that one. But we never
They
never got to
recording
see
it, but no one remembers it existing.
No one has an existing copy of that version's dub. Because the only, we get a few screenshots at this point, it's pretty much gone.
Yeah. But that's good.
What fucks it up is that they refuse to put Porygon or its evolutions in the anime ever again. But Pikachu was the one who fucking did it.
See, I was sort of Porygon too.
Yeah. I'm having a sip. Alright. A few more food replacements to wrap up the Pokemon segment. In episode 36, the Bridge Biker Gang, Misty wanted curry, and Brock wanted essentially just Japanese pancakes. The dub swaps them out.
Let's test me here.
Okay, what do you think they wanted in...
what that's called.
Oh, I didn't write it down.
It's
Trey's choking a toddler.
Crepes.
No!
No, they're like big, fat, fluffy ones. They're like...
Souffle pancake.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Alright, so the dub swaps out these two foods for a hot dog and deep dish pizza, respectively. Because God forbid we have curry or pancakes.
Oh, that's
Curry
so
pancakes
thick.
would probably
Yeah, they're
be
big
good.
souffle
They're
things.
thick mummies.
Great. So because children didn't know about, pancakes and curry, they had to change that. So Trey, I couldn't find any good trivia stuff about feral alligator for you. I learned that Houndoom's Japanese name is Helga.
Helga.
Yeah.
Hufflepuff?
No, like the bitch from fucking Hey Arnold. But I did check Totodile, and in the episode Ash gets his, Jessie refers to those infamous rice balls as quote-unquote delicious but non-nutritious snack treat. Seriously, these fuckers would say anything that's not rice ball. I also checked some episodes I liked growing up for differences. In Bulbasaur in the Hidden Village, there was a bit on a rickety bridge. And in our version, Ash gets worried that it'll break. In the original version, he's worried that fat-ass Misty will break it because she's heavy. That's what I'm talking about. I also liked the Sabrina trilogy. Remember when they all thought they died? They were ghosts for a bit. In Tower of Terror, which I mentioned earlier because of 9/11 timeout. In this episode, Brock would hear mysterious voices, and he would say they sound like they're coming up from a torture chamber or something in this spooky castle. But for kids removing this... What they did was, originally he thought those were voices coming up from hell. But 4Kids didn't want that shit, which is foreshadowing for the next stop on our train. And also reminds me of, what was it called? Home for fucking losers. What did they call Hell in Dragon Ball Z? It was the home for HFIL. For internal... I don't remember.
Eternal
Fuck you,
Loop.
John.
Home
Yeah.
for Infinite Losers. That's where Goku goes when he dies because he wasn't allowed to go to heaven or hell.
You just had to go to where the losers go.
Yeah,
Oh, sucks to suck, mate.
yeah, and they photoshopped the hell shirt.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, see, HFIL. Home for Infinite
well, thanks for
Losers.
spoiling it because he's only
Yeah,
just
spoilers
going
is
there
dead.
now. because I haven't watched it in ages because I'm that cut about the theme song.
Told you.
That he's still on his way there.
To hell.
Yeah, I think either that or that's way further ahead. He's on a bridge.
He has a son, right?
Yeah.
How's that going for him?
That's in the first episode as Z.
Meg, is he a dilf?
No, Goku dies,
No. Alright.
and Piccolo's
What about
just like,
Vegeta?
right, he's not there yet.
Does he have a boy?
Maybe.
Yeah,
The little...
later.
Trunks.
He has a sword.
So back out of Pokemon and back with 4Kids now. The hit that Pokemon was had been a shock to the world. They weren't ready for it. Its influence was vast and crazy. Mentioned in American Dad, a Doctor Who episode, and fucking Minecraft. Having a whole episode dedicated to it in South Park. This nation, Australia, contains Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno beetles, named for their rarity, apparently.
Oh.
Rare bug. 4Kids was added to the New York Stock Exchange in 2000, one of the top 100 companies or some shit. I don't speak wolf or gecko, so I know it's good. Good for them. In 2001, they managed to get 3% of the Pokemon company itself, and by 2002, the company had raked in $140 million. Just from doing the card.
I suppose that was a long time ago. They'd be worth what for now?
No, they're gone. They're dead.
No, but if you put that money in this time...
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
a
He's
lot more
talking
you
about inflation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
What you've been doing since you were 18.
Yeah.
It was long
right.
before that.
Oh, I got something inflating.
Your stomach.
It was a boner joke when I did it.
No.
Meg would know about inflation. She'd have a lot of stocks and bonds.
Yes.
They're up.
Well, there you go.
Fins up.
An update
Dolphins.
from Meg on how stocks are.
That was a nice
You should
Miami Dolphins
play
reference.
like a news.
Yeah, play it.
They're up.
Meg's doing stonks.
Stop.
Alright, so that money's good, but it's also time for their second big venture.
Bros?
Meg, read this bit.
It's time to do.
She really showed how rich she was then because she pronounced it incorrectly.
Shut up!
Yes, I wrote all that down, and I wrote down this part too. Fucking Yu-Gi-Oh time, here it is. I had a ball with Yu-Gi-Oh, you remember Yu-Gi-Ohs?
Yeah. I still have like 2 of the Egyptian gold cards
in your
my
wallet. Yeah.
And
Meg doesn't have room for
otherwise
Yu-Gi-Oh cards in her wallet.
We had heaps of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Heaps.
They were all Exodia
Yeah, she bought the factory.
She's like some Jake Paul Yu-Gi-Oh card, Pokemon card bitch.
We saw Yu-Gi-Oh once before Cheese TV. I wonder if you remember that. It was on SBS and it wasn't dubbed yet.
No.
Alright, well
because
there
if
it
it
is.
wasn't on that, I was
Subtitles.
probably like a year old.
It was brief. We saw it on public access with subtitles. The heroes were climbing up Pegasus's castle like 60s Batman style, but I digress. 4Kids got the localization and merch rights for the anime, and it was a massive hit.
What year did they get it?
I didn't write it down. Isn't that crazy?
Thanks for leaving out the most important bit of information.
It was 2001 or 2.
Yo, I wouldn't have remembered fuck all.
That's
Before
crazy,
that.
man. How cool is time?
Time marches on.
But yeah, I saw it once before. Maybe others saw it too. Or maybe the source material was just more adult and dark than Pokemon. Because it seems the censorship changes in Yu-Gi-Oh were way more obvious. Or at least more well known.
Yeah, because they stopped talking about vaginas on motorcycles and shit.
I rewatched that. That doesn't hold up. That is silly.
No, it's funny.
This first example is one that will start simply and snowball pretty drastically. So in episode 60 of the 4Kids Yu-Gi-Oh dub. In this one, Yu-Gi duels with Arcana. Remember that guy?
No.
Alright, so here's the
I
thing.
thought I remembered a lot about this shit, but I don't know who that
In
is.
the original, he was dating a mannequin like Clayface. And then in the dub version, they're like, oh no, we still haven't found his wife. But anyway. Alright. So those two are dueling. They're in a lethal dueling area. This is some classic Saw or post-Saw Riddler stuff. Because their legs are clamped into place in this like big circle.
What's his name?
Arcana.
How do you spell that?
Arkana.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. He looks.
Yeah.
He's got a silly little outfit.
No, he's like if Beetlejuice was a loser.
I've got news for you about Beetlejuice.
He's funny.
Yeah, but he's still a scumbag. Right, so they're like roughly at like the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, okay, on this big circle. And on like the 3 and the 9 are these dark energy discs, these big glowing magic things. And with every life point lost, they come closer and closer.
Did his wife die?
Oh, it depends. When a player's life runs out, when a player's life points run out, well, that you get sent to the Shadow Realm, buddy.
Yeah.
In the end, Yu-Gi-Oh! Wins, but saves Arcana in the nick of time. Now for the edited parts. See those glowing dark energy discs? Photoshop. Covering up what equate to just straight up circular saw blades? The loser was just going to, like, be a foot or two shorter than he was before. He'd get cut off at the fucking shins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's no good.
No.
The threat of the Shadow Realm, that, my friends, is the biggest bullshit of all.
If you Google Yu-Gi-Oh! AR, the like fourth thing that Google suggests is Yu-Gi-Oh! Arm thing.
Arm thing, a dual disc.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The Shadow Realm was a conspiracy. It's simply a place the hurt or dying people end up going to in order to make death that scary. Less scary, sorry.
I think it's worse.
Yeah, man, it's church. Death is too scary for our babies, so we have to say there's something after that.
Ah.
So,
Nah.
yeah. So, yeah, you make a joke about church, you make a reference to maybe the Phantom Zone from Superman. It was so no one actually died the whole way into, through this children's TV show, except for those 3 times they forgot that I didn't write down.
Basically, it's like what happens in DC when they're like, Superman's dead! Until next issue. Yes.
Yeah. Until they replace him with a black guy, a young guy, a clone, and a robot. Yeah.
And then he's back.
Shaquille?
And then he comes back and he's like, look at my mullet, and I say, I don't wanna.
Get a haircut.
Get heckin' done.
That's what he said to Doomsday.
Get it.
Alright, so, take for example, this double duel featuring Yugi and Kaiba versing Umbra and Loomis. You know the guy from fucking Halloween?
So soon.
Yeah, I knew that's what you were thinking, I saw your dumb face.
Oh.
So, the stage they duke it out on has a big old skylight, right? That's where they're fighting, on top of this skylight. 300 meters above a building's lobby. Alright, the four panels of glass have a bomb on them, and instead of a timer, it's life points, okay? So when it hits 0, the glass blows out.
Why would you agree to that?
I don't know. In the original version, you just drop plain, simple, elegant, like the Great Owen Hart.
Oh,
So, but in the
pretty bad.
But in the 4Kids version, don't worry, it's not nearly that scary because the bomb will trigger a portal to the Shadow Realm as well. So you'll just fall this far. So it's okay, but you'll get put in hell.
So it's just a fancy
Well,
word for
technically,
limbo.
bombs would
Yeah.
do that because you would probably die
Mm.
before you hit the ground.
Alright, so, I don't know if that makes things better or worse, it sort of depends. It reminds me of how, in that Over the Edge episode of Batman, the censors were like, you can't show that much of Batgirl falling to her death. So they had to, like, make her less of the frame. So they ended up making it like a POV from Gordon's perspective.
Watching his daughter fall to her death,
That's
but
what
not realizing it was his daughter.
Yeah, but that was
She
way
did it.
better as far as the censors were concerned. So it's better to watch a man lose his daughter than to just see a girl fall down. Oof, indeed, Mick. So yeah, you've also got. Do you remember Merrick?
And Rosso.
No, the fucking bitch from the show. He put My Valentine.
I know her.
Yeah, he put her in an hourglass after beating her at this card game. And, it's the Shadow Realm and she watches her friends leave or something. But in the original, it's more about the fact that she's in a fucking hourglass and the sand's going to bury her like a 60s Batman episode.
Like Paul Bearer before Undertaker used the lightning to break
Like
the case
Jasmine
open.
from Aladdin.
We've all got...
I
Hey,
know
do you have a
Merrick.
reference? Because we've all had one so far.
Merrick's just Yu-Gi-Oh!
I had
if
people
he
to
was
think
in
of
The
that for
Witcher.
me.
you never... You just paid to have someone else build the hourglass.
to embrace the chaos.
Oh, Megabox the Polar of it. What? I don't remember what started this, but I'm loving it.
Because she had Foxtel. She didn't want
Oh, yeah, she's too fucking good for cartoons. She's over here watching CNN and shit.
What?
And fucking what Meg's eating her goddamn caviar and milk instead of cereal in the morning. She's like 4 years
No,
old.
it's caviar, but instead of cereal,
Champagne
instead of
instead of
milk,
milk.
it's what's that real good one that they all like?
Oh, rich people, they like the blood of young children, probably.
Oh yes, because Meg is
That's like-
actually
Meg's
I'm actually
45 years
a
old.
she's that chick reincarnated that would bathe in blood of children.
Lady Bathory.
Yeah, that's her.
Yeah, Meg's sitting there, and instead of watching Pokemon, she's watching CNN, and they're like, and she, she's got her little fucking ball, and she's like, I see gold's up.
Stop
Oh.
doing research.
Hennessy. That's what she uses instead of milk.
Oh.
I own Flemington Racecourse.
But
But just the left side.
how
The
come?
right side's for losers.
Where
Better
they sit,
question,
I do
though.
not own. That's dirty.
Oh, and
But I will not stoop to that low.
let's also not forget that Merrick's other personality, Bakura, that little fucking bitch, he can summon the hands of demons to just drag people to hell. Had to change that to Shadow Realm shit.
They stole that from me. I can do no.
No, they stole that from Bayonetta. I've seen that.
Why would anyone watch Yu-Gi-Oh after it's not Yugi or is it Jaden?
Tristan or Joey?
No, the dude who wore the red jacket and he went to
Oh,
Hogwarts.
yeah, Jaden.
Every other main character after that was.
Oh, no time for 5D.
Yeah, how about don't?
Or Exis or Nexus. Oh, who cares?
Exorcism. of-
XYZ.
That's what I have most days.
I bet.
Oh, obviously, we've seen the Shadow Realm in the show, though. Like the purple fog and stuff. But that was just using opportunity to explain shit away. The Shadow game was like a story arc in the original anime, so that, and like the game's purple fog that only exists so players are uninterrupted, and probably so the animators could fucking not do shit. They just stayed, that's what the Shadow Realm looks like, that's why it's there.
Yeah,
What convenience.
Well, purple is the colour of shadows in cartoons.
Yep.
Like in Pokemon in the game when it's all the violet place. Remember that one?
Oh, Violet City.
Yeah.
Lavender
Well, like-
Town.
Lavender
How
Town.
Gengar's purple.
And then it does the
And then you get
same
a headache.
scary stuff.
Yeah.
Purple is scary.
Purple
That's
is
why it's
scary.
my favourite
Have you ever
colour.
seen Grimace?
He's a saint. Don't you talk about Grimace.
Meg's so influential. She's why they took Grimace away, because she didn't like everyone picking on it.
Yeah. I said take him away from this curse that he is.
Bury him deep, so he'll be free from this.
Free him of this burden.
Free him from the burden of McDonald's.
Look now,
Bury
for
him with
legal
all of
reasons.
the double cheeseburgers and fries.
How good would it be
Getting
if
on.
Hungry Jack's brought Grimace?
That would be pretty cool.
There could be a big grimace.
Hungry Jack's is
Fuck.
Kurgabing.
Kurgabing.
You got Kurgabing and Large Jacko.
Yep.
And you got Yuckies.
What is yucky? What is that gonna be the...
Who cares? So, you've got the original series location, which was the World of Darkness, alright? This is likely where the whole idea, they just stole from that. This is where the grandpa dude gets sent to. Remember, wasn't he sucked into a VHS tape or something?
That's the ring.
No, remember, because he's like, Yogi, I'm in the fucking TV. That's the whole reason Yugi's hassling people or something.
He says, I'm actually in the world.
Yeah.
From Zelda.
Oh, so we're going in a lot of circles here, so check it out. I wrote a little bit down here, because the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, there's a bunch of hot Shadow Realm action, but it's not in the original. In the original anime, right, that wasn't guilty
The
of...
rubbish.
It wasn't, but also, it was also tweaking stuff. For some bonus trivia here. In both anime versions, at the end of the Duelist Kingdom arc, Bakura takes the Millennium Eye from Pegasus.
Wait, that's kind of fucked up. Isn't that in his head?
Yes!
Oh.
So in this... this was his Yu-Gi-Oh! Superpower, right? The Millennium Eye was so he could see the cards in the opponent's hand. But it's his fucking eye. So Bakura yanks that sucker out. In both cartoon versions, it leaves Pegasus in a big old coma. In the original manga, kills him. He's a bloody mess, and Bakura, being just an overrated edgelord character, licks the nasty eyeball on his way out.
Who's Bakura?
He's a fucking tool. Google him. You'll know when you see him because you're like, ugh. Every time he was there, we got bored.
He's the guy from Mortal Kombat, but his brother.
No, you're thinking of Baraka.
Yeah, it's close, but
How the fuck is called Baccarat?
How it sounds, Bakura.
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 I tried and Google didn't help me.
It's almost like Baraka, like the drink.
That's
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, almost.
I thought he was the dude we just looked at.
Him and Merrick are the same fucking guy with a split personality, but
Hello.
but both are crazy. Fuck off, Joaquin Phoenix, you fucking cumrag. So let's talk about some small-time edits and censorship next. Let's move on to some of the simpler Yu-Gi-Oh shit. In that episode I saw on TV before all this started, episode 28, Bakura, Tristan, and Taya, remember those chaps?
I like that there's a sound effect called a lick.
Cool. So they're climbing up this wall, and they want Taya to go first so they can catch her if she slips because she's a delicate lady. But, she wears a skirt, so the boys would need blindfolds. And this whole conversation just gets cut. They remove that whole, minute of scene. No fun editing there. Same episode, though. Yugi has a nightmare of his grandpa turned into a card, and also Kaiba and his, little brother. They're turned into cards. And then they're just on burning crosses.
Oh!
4 kids said, whoa, their partner, and then they just removed, the horizontal stick, so it's just kind of like a pillar on fire, like a witch.
Oh, that's still not that good. that doesn't really solve it.
No.
No.
But no religion. They removed a lot of,
the Catholics won't get mad.
They removed a lot of, symbols from, Yu-Gi-Oh cards in general. Like the magical ring behind Dark Magician has been, completely changed.
Why?
Because Catholics are like, oh, Satanism's fucking everything up.
If anyone's a dark magician, it's gone.
I'll tell you right now, it's not usually... I don't think it's Satanists burning down churches so much as kids that grew up angry about being raped by the priest.
They can be mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm just saying, a lot of the cases aren't just like, oh, an angry Satanist who was tricked by Pokemon to do it. Fucking clowns.
Oof.
So, the classic silly edit in Yu-Gi-Oh! Was always the guns. Remember all the guns?
Well, no.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were edited out.
What?
They do that.
Oh, they
It's
point.
pointing.
They go like this, they go,
Twice as long.
Is
pointing
that-
at you, sir.
Is that why they said pointing's rude now? Because it's actually... You would be pointing a gun if you could.
Yeah, my gun got edited
It
out.
got edited out, so rude.
Yeah, so usually guns were replaced by just finger pointing, which always looked fucking ridiculous. You had cards in this category too. Like the Barrel Dragon card that American Keith used to have. So that used to... That thing had
I know that one.
It had a gun for a head and a gun for arms. But 4 kids covered it up with ugly CGI lasers.
But if you
Oh.
if you had that card, would it still look normal?
It depends on which printing, because it changes later. Because it's better to match the anime, because that's what people are fucking showing up because of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are just revolvers.
Mhm.
Oh. No, sometimes they just put lasers on the revolver, but they're still clearly revolvers.
Well, they didn't work
So
that hard on
you
it.
should have done your research, Toby.
I didn't go through all the card censorship. We didn't spend 10 minutes investigating
two
that fucking
barrel dragon.
Oh, wow. No, there's a Pokemon card of Misty, and she's clearly a naked silhouette, and we had to change that.
Pokemon.
But that wasn't done by 4
Misty.
kids. That was just done by white people being like, that is a child.
Oof.
Alright, what else have we got here? Alright. So they usually replace lasers with guns. They do that in a lot of shit. After Columbine, they went back through the Beware the Batman animated series and replaced all the guns with
They
lasers.
should have replaced that show with any of the other Batman cartoons except
With the
for
fucking
Batman.
Batgirl animated series they pitched and then got scared of because cartoons are for boys, not girls.
That is
Yeah,
true.
women don't watch cartoons.
Sailor Moon and Powerpuff Girls aren't the 2 greatest cartoons of all time.
Yeah, they don't fucking rock.
And Totally Spies.
There's a lot of fetish propaganda in that show. It's fun to investigate. Rope play, furryisms, gigantisms, gender bending, shitloads of feet.
In Totally Spies or Sailor Moon?
Tell us what.
Oh, okay.
We'll do an episode about all the weird sex stuff. But for now, though...
Hey, it's not weird.
I
Oh.
want to not be here for that one.
Guess what? You have to
Everyone
press the
does
button.
Something.
You wear the headphones, you press the button.
Can't wear the headphones, she make the whoosh noise.
She makes the whoosh noise. So another thing that is often removed from 4Kids stuff was Japanese text. They usually would just remove it completely.
Do you mean text from...
just like
what's the Xbox game?
texts.
I was going to say Brutal Legend, but that's not it.
I don't know.
Brute Force.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Shut up, Toby.
So they also got a little overzealous here because they also removed a sign for Egypt Air, which was just written in English. I don't know why they removed it when they were doing the dub. They said, ugh, English words.
No, it's Egyptian words.
It just said Egypt Air on just the side of a box at an airport, and they were like, nah.
Yeah, because it's Egyptian.
Alright.
Yeah, because
Everyone
the
knows
only
it's
thing in
ancient,
Egypt
it
is
doesn't
pyramid,
exist
not
anymore.
plane.
Did you know Yugi had a mum?
Would have
Yeah?
Did you know that Ash had a dad?
No, they've
Professor
mentioned
Oak
it
when he was done.
when he was done coming. That's the thing,
Isn't
man.
his dad Giovanni?
What? No.
I thought that was...
Oh, it was, yeah, they pitched that theory in, like, the manga or something, I forget. So Yugi had a mum. This one was a weird change. In a scene during episode 50, he has a chat with his mother before going on a date with Taya. 4Kids threw that scene in the trash, I don't know why. No mums.
No, we don't want him to date Tay, we want him to date Joey.
They kept that bit in. They want him to date Joey.
Yeah,
Joey's cool. He says, hey, I'm walking here.
he would. That's him as a person.
He really changed what anyone who hadn't been in New York assumed people from New York talked like. Alright, speaking of ladies, speaking of Yugi's mum and MILFs and what have you, sexy censorship time, that's the good stuff, alright? Dark Magician Girl has become more popular than I ever would have guessed.
Oh, yeah.
The statues, the cosplays. I checked 95 pages of Rule 34.
Really?
I'm sure
Yeah,
that
it's
is
really
not
hard
enough.
check.
That's a lot. You know how
No.
many HR Puff and stuff has? None yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One makes people hard, one doesn't.
One is who you go to when things get
You
rough.
should have compared it to something, like, way more popular.
Well, you fucking look at
I'm
it.
not.
Alright, Meg,
I already have to Google how old is Misty. That's me done for the year.
why don't you look at Misty?
No,
Why don't you go
because I know
first?
she's 10.
Look up Shrek.
No.
Actually,
no,
don't.
see, that would
No,
be weird.
yeah, that would be a lot.
Mm.
Alright, so
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. That's not enough.
it's more than I expected, and I think her popularity would have been even more if they'd kept her tits in the anime.
Wait, who are we talking about?
The fucking Dark Magician Girl.
Oh, yeah.
I was more of a My Valentine girl myself. I like to think she's related to Tiffany from Chucky in some way because of the surnames. Aside from the sexist covering up and shaming of busty women, and they gave her a longer skirt, one of her edits was the removal of her slapping Joey's face in one episode, which is weird for, viewers of 4Kids or the dubs, because, like, they're talking, and then, like, suddenly he's got a very red cheek and he's rubbing it and they're still talking.
That's it.
But what did he say to make us?
He said, hey, Georgie Pussy. What do New York people say?
We got the best pizza.
Yeah, he said, my pizza, show me
But
that.
it's actually
Mental
really
health
bad.
regard.
Hey, show me that twat.
Show us where you're pissed
Something
from.
Show me where you're pissed from.
I'm not looking forward to editing this later.
It's
You
all
guys
fine.
chose to include us in
I
this.
didn't.
It was
choose
important
not
because you.
Hi, you're the one who texted me to come over.
No, that was me because I didn't want to close my wrestling app.
He even put his
What do you
name
think I'm
underneath it
doing
if you
right
check
now?
the message.
It's a good game.
Listeners, the boys have been playing the wrestling
What's it
game,
called?
the card game.
Hey,
This
Shut up.
episode is illegally sponsored by WWE Supercards.
They're not giving us shit.
But if you wanted to.
If you wanted to, though.
We're open to it. I watched a whole wrestle last week. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I own a shirt.
Yeah, we all own a shirt now.
Meg owns shirt company.
Our own shirt company.
Meg had to buy us all
Meg
shirts
actually
'cause
owns
they're worth
WWE. She's just
It's all propaganda.
You know how
Meg
Elon
rips her
Musk
face
came
off
out
and
and
she's-
said, "Yeah, I'll buy it." No, that was in place for me.
You replaced Vince McMahon when he
Yeah,
got in
because
trouble
Meg
for.
ripped her
Yeah.
face off and
Wedges or
she's actually
whatever.
been an old man this entire time we've been married. An
Aw.
old, jacked man.
No, I dressed up like old jacked man. I'm still me.
Oh,
You
okay.
would jack man.
She pays someone to play Jacked Man.
Trey, they also
Me.
they also edited all the Harpy cards to have more clothes on them.
That's a real shame.
That is.
If
Hey,
one thing's going to turn us on, it's half woman, half eagle.
that's the thing. You can fetishize her. You can fetishize what's the bird Poppy from fucking the monster one. But frankly, Talons are not cool. I'm not a feet guy, but I'm certainly not like I don't want to look down and see the bottom half of an emu.
Yeah, because it'll get Emu War flashbacks.
I'll get fucking scratched on my foot.
There's an episode about the Emu War in Koala Man. Don't watch it.
Okay. So, do you think? Did you prefer Taya?
No. I think I was a Dark Magician girl because at least she has power.
She has so much porn on the internet.
Don't we all?
Hope not. Alright, so if you prefer Taya, listener, who I've actually been misspelling the name of the entire time in my script, here's one for you. She's changing her clothes in a little tent during the Duelist Kingdom arc, and my Valentine shows up to make sure the boys don't peek, and she looks out the tent, doesn't see anything, goes back in. In the original anime, she comes out and checks, and you see Tristan and Joey just creeping up, and like Yugi like trying to pull them back as hard as he can. And then my box him on the head.
With her titty.
Oh, she could have had titties in
Go
Japan.
to horny jail.
Horny jail, bonk. Good old bonk. Alright, Taya also gets robbed in the 4Kids version, which is great because the whole smut film angle was pretty dark. Those subtitles are gruesome.
What?
Look, my eyes started to glaze over going through hundreds of little changes in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, and it was no doubt time to shonen jump our way back into real world history, Kyle. See that pun?
No.
God.
Yeah. So 4Kids had mad clout from these two huge successes. In the States, it was airing on Kids WB. Maybe Meg saw it on there because of Foxtel.
Maybe.
Right. So they were on Kids WB, which is fucking weird to me. Seriously, Australian people, go on YouTube and find the commercial where Batman sings the Jigglypuff song to put Tim Drake to bed. It's fucking weird.
Oh, no.
They had Kevin Conroy
Kids
voice it and
WB for a
everything.
while.
Is that like when they got Slipknot to make Christmas videos for, I think, MTV?
Maybe. Okay. Kids WB's main rival was Fox Kids. And anytime WB dropped a show, Fox would compete. WB got Pokemon. Fox would get Digimon. Warner Brothers had Max Steel, and Fox got
take it to
Action
the
Man.
max.
Remember Action Man?
Yeah.
Fucking that guy. He had a scar in his face. For every amazing Batman Beyond, there was a lame Spider-Man Unlimited. Then Fox Kids gets dissolved by Disney and becomes Foxbox. Who could afford the $100 million deal to have complete control over the Funbox block? 4Kids.
Of course they could.
So beginning in 2002, they were big enough to run Pokemon on WB and own the competing channel.
Nice.
By 2005, Foxbox had its name changed to 4Kids TV, and in 2008, Kids WB ends and 4Kids just moves into the space. So literally after school, there was 9 hours of airtime owned by them because they were running both the channels. But when you reach the top like that,
You gotta come crashing down!
yeah, there's only one direction to go, and that's down,
Oh,
baby,
just
down.
like Roman Reigns.
Yeah,
When he loses to
He's been in the top two
the American
fucking long.
Nightmare Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 30.
again,
We'll
not
see,
sponsored.
We'll see.
Yeah, Meg, you got any insight into the fight?
We'll see.
As
We'll
soon
see.
as you
We'll
write the
see.
scripts.
We'll see.
Alright, so, Trey and Meg are going to be bad at this homework question.
Nah,
Kyle.
you
I
didn't
don't
tell
remember
me
it,
it,
so it's
but
fine.
I did.
you know me, I'd just shoot.
Yeah, you shoot first, ask questions later. So, these dubs were notoriously not that good, as far as, like, people are concerned. Do you have any good dubs?
Fairy Tale!
You like Fairy Tale's dub?
Yeah.
Alright. I have an answer that'll help you out. Those Ghost Stories.
That's not a good dub.
That's a
Shit.
fucking great dub. What are you talking about? That show was boring.
Well, my favourite dub is the Dragon Ball I watch because it doesn't cut out all this shit, but it's in English.
Mm.
Like, you can still pause it at the right second when Krillin rips Blue Hair's shirt off and see titties.
Oh, cool. Booba.
Yeah, Bulma. And Goku's penis is in it more than half of the cast.
I like Cowboy Bebop's one, but that's like the correct answer. So I went with
It's not.
I went with that Dress Up Darling one because that was pretty good too.
Oh, yeah.
And Ghost Stories is pretty wild. Remember when the little boy's running track? The other guy just shouts, "Think of a big black man chasing you," and he like cries.
Yep.
That's the
Yeah,
one where
yeah.
she can't date the rabbit because it's black.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good dub. We
What
did an
the
episode
hell?
about it. You should listen to it.
Don't.
Meg, did you have you seen an anime before?
I've watched a bit of what Trey had watched.
Forces me to watch.
Yeah.
No, she walks past the TV.
She
while he's
watches
in
like
front of
one
her.
out of every 40 episodes of Dragon Ball and pretends
Yeah.
that's gonna.
Yeah, but it's okay because fights go for like 3 episodes, so
Oh, I
I'm
know.
pretty alright with it. Like, I kind of can connect the dots.
Slow dragon anime kills me. Alright.
Meg likes Let's Fighting Love.
Oh, I have to show you Lock City Boys.
Ooh,
Is that a
what
recipe
is
tag?
that?
Nah, see, it's Rock City Boys, but they're Japanese, so they have trouble with the R's.
Oh.
And that's not even
That's my
racist, because that's
favourite
exactly what's happening.
Oh. You didn't look happy about it.
Well, what can you do? It's
Also, we
Some-
got to the point where I became obsessed and would just sing it randomly around the house.
very, very helpful.
Very good.
Alright, well that brings us to the end of the good part of 4Kids. So,
The end.
Yep, so rate, review, and definitely subscribe to hear the next bit. When everything comes crashing down and we have to think about One Piece a little. And
Yo. What do they do about Boa Anaconda or whatever her name is?
Actually, we should check what we need a tit update on her.
Because
I know that
even
the dude
Nami-
has the lollipop, and I know the guy with the gun had like a hammer on a stick.
Because Nami, after the time gap, they went all out with her too.
No, because every girl in fucking One Piece is the same character in a different wig.
Yes.
Those body types are
No,
just
but in the
traced,
shit
man.
we watched,
Yeah.
Nami just looks like Misty in a different anime style. But then there's a big time gap, and then she looks like a different kind of Japanese cartoon.
Alright, I'm looking up 4Kids Boa Hancock. Let's see.
I don't even reckon they would have got that far.
I don't think they did. Because at some point
Google
they should...
Nami
Okay.
before and after time gap or something. 'Cause
Alright.
you wouldn't even know. All I remember there's a little reindeer man,
I hate that
and the
thing.
guy with the samurai sword was cool, and that was it.
Oh yeah, see, she was like a kid, and then she had longer hair.
Well, I don't ever remember her looking like that.
Her purse looks like a big
other
lemon.
one. Yeah, that's more
Ugh.
what I think.
I think One Piece is drawn like shit. But...
Yeah, it's one of the worst.
Okay, cool.
It's been around.
Yeah, and TMNT, and then I gotta figure out how bankruptcy
Wait, is that the
works.
cool one where like the man
Where the dude
rots?
rot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how... I don't know if they
hated
just
when
dumped
they
it
went
or
to
did the whole
Dinosaur
thing.
Planet
Long arcs of that shit too.
because that was on a long time.
But that's for another time. So...
Good.
Yeah, so thank you, Mr. White Collar,
Okay.
and Megabox, and fucking producer Kyle.
That sounds insane.
That's
Jesus
you, man.
Christ.
No, I'm just out of steam. I gotta blow my nose. I just realized all the fucking source material I gotta research next week, and now I'm sad.
Oh.
But, you know, subscribing would help. So do that, and we will catch you then. Class... Oh, I'm Toby Rapola. Class dismissed. There you go.
Bye.
Thank God for Shawn Michaels.
He is just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
How long till he becomes a man?
I don't know. He looks like shit now.
Poor dude.
Hey, Kyle.
Yeah.
You know in like the trailers for Ant-Man how he's got like an autobiography?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, you can buy it in real life. Like the Scott Lang autobiography.
I've seen
He
that.
made a fake
Released it.
biography.
It's
No, like
alright.
Marvel have released
I
it
know,
to hype
it's
the
cool that
movie.
he made a bullshit biography in his character.
Yeah.
They should do more fan fiction biographies. That's cool.
Mm.
It's a cool idea. I am Astro Boy.
Did you
Told
bigger
by
boots?
Astro Boy.
I went through and looked at, it's like a list of 25 of the best Disney of all time and from like 1998 to whenever. I saw Jonas. I don't know who Liv and Maddie are.
What are we looking at?
Oh,
Theme
Liv
songs?
Morgan.
No, just shut up. No, this is like Disney TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Disney Channel stuff, man.
Yeah, Disney Channel stuff.
you
American
want that?
Dragon,
Pretty rad.
like
You
you
want
mentioned
that?
earlier.
It's a mess.
Corey in the House.
Where is that one? Oh, that's for Meg.
That's big.
Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah, that
What
one.
about
Yeah.
Zoe 101?
Meg, do you
That
want that?
was not
That's the wrong
Disney.
show.
What about Dirt Girl World?
What? Sunny with a Chance. Phineas
Meg,
and Ferb.
Phineas and
Did
Ferb
you
still
see
going. Man.
Socko?
Sucks.
Oh, I see him.
Do you want that?
No. No, that's okay.
What else we got here? Do you like
Wizards,
Wizards
of
of
Waverly
Waverly
Place. Phil of the Future.
Shut up.
Phil Moore was good.
The Proud
I'm on
Family.
So you
Hannah
just want to bang his
Montana.
friend.
Kim Possible.
Nah, I got beef with Kim.
No. That's So Raven.
Do you want that one?
Even Stevens.
I don't know that one. Who's
That
that?
one- He's Shia LaBeouf.
Number one's the correct answer.
Lizzie McGuire.
Fuck A.
That was a good one.
Remember cheese?
That's what I used to watch.
That's cool.
All
man.
listeners, that's it. Even though the thing's over, but if you wanted to know,
Tell me
that's
what
it.
else we got.
I don't know. What are we...
That
Oh,
sort
mate.
of shit. What is that?
John Cena.
John Cena. And his name is John Cena! What's this?
Academic decathlon champion.
Who's that?
Oh,
I don't know.
actually.
Did he ma-
So
Wait!
everyone has
we're
like
trying
three.
to do something
No,
here.
top three Adam Sandler movies. The top two are always Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. But what's your third?
That's my
That's
boy.
my boy, yeah.
All right, cool.
But there's definitely three big old ones.
Yeah, fucking Big Daddy, but it's not that good.
No, you piece of shit.
Waterboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rank Little Nicky above Waterboy though.
Oh, even, that's what I mean. He was in his prime in that era.
Oh, I want that one.
You want that one?
Yeah, I'll wear that one.
He's so
Triple H.
lovely.
Fuck yeah.
So do you want this one?
Alright.
Get him the Boogeyman
I
one.
don't want your bald people shirts. Oh, that one's pretty cool though.
But Meg won't get her end of year bonus.
Yeah.
Meg
God
doesn't
sake.
own Uncle Rico, she owns Gucci.
No, Meg's a Versace girl.
Yeah,
Because she...
you don't wear the company you own.
Oh.
That's shitting where you eat.
Yeah.
That's where
Is
she.
But if
that
I
a
get
good
it
one?
for free, that's pretty sick.
I don't-
But then it's not as exciting. That's why she wears Dolce and Gabbana's.
Has Dad tell you how he wants to buy a creeper van?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Has he showed you what one he wants?
No.
He wants the Ford Transit Custom Sport.
Okay.
With flames.
No,
Ew.
With stripes.
It's a Ford Focus, but fat.
with stripes.
It's been stretched out.
Okay, so what
Mm.
shirt should we get Dad for his birthday? The
Okay.
VL Calais?
Yeah, what? Or else.
Guy, can you keep this in?
Oh no, that's a VL
Put
Calais.
the end credit music in, and then this.
Yeah.
No, I actually started a new recording.
Oh.
Did you?
Because I didn't realise that you
That
hadn't
Commodore?
signed off yet. Thank God I started a new recording and then I was
Oh,
like,
that was for
fuck
you.
it. If I record whatever
Oh,
you
that's
guys
good.
You want
bitch
that
about,
one while we're doing
I don't
it?
have to record it for you, period.
Alright, do we get him that one? Because he's a weird van person now.
Maybe.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Or that one?
That one, I reckon. That's fucking.
Let me
Or
see.
should we get him one and you get him one?
I don't want to.
Because his birthday's in like
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh shit! Maybe you should go.
This-
Maybe you should back us up.
Or do you want to get him that one or the van?
No.
I think the van.
Yeah, go on.
He's the one who keeps talking about it.
Yeah, get him.
And
a-
Meg, do you actually want this Triple H shirt?
Yeah, I'll wear it. I'll wear it to
Do
his
I
birthday.
actually want the Cheeseburger Eddie shirt?
Maybe.
No.
No.
Well then,
Let me
the
see,
only
let me
reason
see,
I'm
let me see,
looking
let me
is
see, let me
because
see.
I wanted a shirt.
Oh, now I see.
No, that one's pretty cool.
No, you made me feel bad now.
No, you didn't properly show me it.
Meg just treats all the little people like shit.
What? Probably can't even afford this.
I can.
We know. We fucking know.
Oh, look out. Meg can afford 4 t-shirts from Uncle Rico.
Meg wakes up, shits, then gets out of bed and says, "I don't leave my room for less than 25 mil." And then she
No,
throws
she
it.
buys a new bed every day because that's what she thinks changing her bed is.
No, I get a new fucking house.
I'm not sleeping where I fart, sir. I will get a new bed with no farts in it.
She has 3 beds.
And
She
if
has
there's
the sleep
And if
bed,
there's a pee
the
under
nap
my
bed,
mattress, you bet I'll burn a village.
then she has the sex
Or whatever
bed.
the princess and the pea's about.
She has shits in bin bags full of orphans.
It's the orphan bags.
Why do I need orphans?
Because that man's rich and he has orphans.
That's true, he does.
And I fight crime just like him.
I think you're part of the problem.
Nah.
Get Kill the rich.
No, I would get her inheritance.
Oh,
I've got
Actually,
witnesses
this
here.
is a weird
you're just bribing
difference
Chris.
because we always say that Meg only married me because she wants to find out where I keep my gold.
Well, yeah, because
I am the gold.
well, it's a plain hard to get thing. She wants gold she doesn't already have. You can't keep it away from me forever. It'll add to my masses.
That branch that we were telling you
Uncle Scrooge.
had like
My wealth will
Australian-
continue to grow.
The one that sold Italian lemonade.
Yeah.
That's the one that you can buy
Bring
energy
gold.
drinks that are Sour Patch Kid flavour.
Mm.
But the grape flavour of like the powder pre-workout is Welch's grape flavour.
Oh, cool.
Sponsors. That's how Meg got her money.
Does she
hanging
own
out here or
Welch?
Going?
Well, I gotta have the mochi ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck.
well, I better go get them because
Yeah.
I was going to get it.
Alright.
Cruiser.
Thanks.
Yeah, and TMNT, and then I got to figure out how bankruptcy
Wait, is that the
works.
cool one where like the
Where
man
dude
rots?
rot, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know if
hated
they just
when
dumped
they
it
went
or
to
did the whole
Dinosaur
thing.
Planet
Long arcs of that shit too.
because that was on a long time.
But that's for another time. So
Good.
yeah. So thank you, Mr. White Collar
Okay.
and Megabucks and fucking producer Kyle.
That sounds insane.
That's
Jesus
you, man.
Christ.
No, I'm just out of steam. I gotta blow my nose. I just realized all the fucking source material I gotta research next week, and now I'm sad.
Oh.
But, you know, subscribing would help. So do that, and we will catch you then. Class. Oh, I'm Toby Rapola. Class dismissed. There you go.
Bye.
Thank God for Shawn Michaels.
He is just a sexy boy.
Sexy boy.
How long till he becomes a man?
I don't know. He looks like shit now.
Poor dude.
Hey Kyle,
Yeah.
you know in like the trailers for Ant-Man how he's got like an autobiography?
No, I haven't seen it.
Well, you can buy it in real life. Like the Scott Lang autobiography.
I've seen
He
that.
made a fake
Released it.
biography.
It's
No, like
alright.
Marvel have released
I know,
it to hype
it's
the
cool that
movie.
he made a bullshit biography in his character.
Yeah.
They should do more fan fiction biographies. That's cool.
Mm.
It's a cool idea. I am Astro Boy.
Did you
Told
bigger
by
up boobs?
Astro Boy.
I went through and looked at, it's like a list of 25 of the best Disney of all time and from like 1998 to whenever. I saw Jonas. I don't know who Liv and Maddie are.
What are we looking at?
Oh,
Theme
Liv
songs?
Morgan.
No, just shut up. No, this is like Disney TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Disney Channel stuff, man.
Yeah, Disney Channel stuff.
So do you
American
want that?
Pretty
Dragon,
rad.
like
Do you
you
want
mentioned
that?
I'm not
earlier.
gonna wear it. It's a mess.
Corey in the House.
Where is that one? Oh, that's for Meg.
That's big.
Sweet Life on Deck.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
about Zoe 101?
Meg, do you
That
want that?
was not
That's the wrong
Disney.
show.
What about Dirt Girl World?
What? Sunny with a Chance. Phineas and
Meg.
Ferb.
Phineas and
Did
Ferb
you
still
see
going, man. It
Socko?
sucks.
Oh, I see
Do
him.
you want that?
No. No, that's okay.
What else we got here?
Do
you like
Wizards
Wizards
of
of
Waverly
Waverly
Place. Phil of the Future.
Shut up.
Phil Moore was good.
The Proud
I'm on
Family.
So you
Hannah
just want to bang his
Montana.
friend.
Kim Possible.
Nah, I got beef with Kim.
No. That's So Raven.
Do you want that one?
Even Stevens.
I don't know that one. Who's
That
that?
one- He's Shia LaBeouf.
Number one's the correct answer.
Lizzie McGuire.
Fuck A.
That was a good one.
Remember cheese?
That's what I used to watch.
That's cool,
All
man.
listeners, that's it. Even though the thing's over, but if you wanted to know,
Tell me
that's
what
it.
else we got.
I don't know. What are
That
Oh,
sort
mate.
of shit. What is that?
John Cena?
John Cena. And his name is John Cena! Do-do-do-do. What's this?
Academic decathlon champion.
Who's that?
Oh,
Did he
actually.
Did he know?
So
Wait,
everyone has
we're
like
trying to
three.
do something here.
Top 3 Adam Sandler movies. The top 2 are always Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. But what's your third?
That's my boy.
That's my boy, yeah.
All right, cool.
But there's definitely 3 big old ones.
Yeah, fucking Big Daddy, but it's not that good.
No, you piece of shit.
Waterboy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rank Little Nicky above Waterboy though.
Oh, even, that's what I mean. He was in his prime in that era.
Oh, I want that one.
Do you want that one?
Yeah, I'll wear that one.
He's
Triple H.
silently.
Fuck yeah.
So do you want this one?
Alright.
Get him the Boogeyman
I
one.
don't want your bald people shirts. Oh, that one's pretty cool though.
But Meg won't get her end of year bonus.
Yeah.
Meg
God
doesn't
sake.
own Uncle Rico, she owns Gucci.
No, Meg's a Versace girl.
Yeah,
Because she...
you don't wear the company you own.
Oh.
That's shitting where you eat.
Yeah.
That's where
Is
she.
But if
that
I
a
get
good
it
one?
for free, that's pretty sick.
don't-
But then it's not as exciting. That's why she wears Dolce and Gabbana's.
Has Dad tell you how he wants to buy a creeper van?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Has he showed you what one he wants?
No.
He wants the Ford Transit Custom Sport.
Okay.
With flames.
No,
Ew.
With stripes.
It's a Ford Focus, but fat.
with stripes.
It's been stretched out.
Okay, so what shirt should we get Dad for his birthday? The
Okay.
VL Calais?
Yeah, what? Or else.
Guy, can you keep this in?
Oh no, that's a VL
Put
Calais.
the end credit music in, and then this.
Yeah.
No, I actually started a new recording.
Oh.
Did you?
Because I didn't realise that you
That
hadn't
Commodore?
signed off yet. Thank God I started a new recording and then I was
Oh,
like,
that was for
fuck
you.
it. If I record whatever
Oh,
you
that's
guys
You want
bitch
that
about,
one while we're doing
I
it?
don't have to record a free period.
Alright, did we get him that one? Because he's a weird van person now.
Maybe.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Or that one?
That one, I reckon. That's fucking.
Let me
Or
see.
should we get him one and you get him one?
I don't want to.
Because his birthday's in like
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh shit! Maybe you should get
Yes.
it. Maybe you should back us up.
Or do you want to get him that one or the van?
No.
I think the van.
Yeah, go on.
He's the one who keeps talking about it.
Yeah, get him.
And Meg, do you actually want this Triple H shirt?
Yeah, I'll wear it. I'll wear it to
Do
his
I
birthday.
actually want the Cheeseburger Eddie shirt?
Maybe.
No.
No.
Well then,
Let me
the
see,
only
let me
reason
see,
I'm
let me see,
looking
let me
is
see, let me
because
see.
I wanted a shirt.
Oh, now I see.
No, that one's pretty cool.
No, you made me feel bad now.
No, you didn't properly show me it.
Meg just treats all the little people like shit.
What? Probably can't even afford this.
I can.
We know. We fucking know.
Oh, look out. Meg can afford 4 t-shirts from Uncle Rico.
Meg wakes up, shits, then gets out of bed and says, "I don't leave my room for less than 25 mil." And then she
No,
throws
she
it.
buys a new bed every day because that's what she thinks changing her bed is.
No, I get a new fucking house.
I'm not sleeping where I fart, sir. I will get a new bed with no farts in it.
She has 3 beds.
And
She
if
has
there's
the sleep
And if
bed,
there's a pee
the
under
nap
my
bed,
mattress, you bet I'll burn a village.
then she has the sex
Or whatever
bed.
the princess and the pea's about.
She has shits in bin bags full of orphans.
The orphan bags.
Why do I need orphan sex?
Because that man's rich and he has orphans.
That's true, he does.
And I fight crime just like him.
I think you're part of the problem.
Nah.
Yeah. Kill the rich.
No, I would get her inheritance.
Oh,
I've got
Actually,
witnesses
this
here.
is a weird
you're just bribing
difference
crowds.
because we always say that Meg only married me because she wants to find out where I keep my gold.
Well, yeah,
I
because
am the gold.
well, it's a plain hard to get thing. She wants gold she doesn't already have. You can't keep it away from me forever. It'll add to my masses.
That brand that we were telling you
Uncle Scrooge.
had like
My wealth
Australian
will continue
pop.
to grow.
The one that sold Italian lemonade.
Yeah.
That's the one that you can buy
Room
energy
gold.
drinks that are Sour Patch Kid flavour.
Mm.
But the grape flavour of like the powder pre-workout is Welch's grape flavour.
Oh, cool.
Sponsors. That's how Meg got her money. Are we
Does she
hanging
own
out here or
Welch?
Going?
Well, I gotta have the mochi ball.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
well, I better go get them because
Yeah.
I was going to get it.
All right.
Cruise off.
Thanks.